Hello and welcome to Live 1000 Years. I'm your host and author, Brent Jordan. Today we're going to be reading from Subchapter 3, Stress, which is found in Chapter 2, Health. We're at page 120, having to do with nature. Way too many Americans never smell the roses or feel the earth beneath their feet. The other day, while enjoying a fun round of golf with my twin sons at a beautiful course overlooking Lake Las Vegas, I contemplated one simple question. How long have most Americans gone without walking upon the planet Earth? Yes, we walk every day, but what do we actually walk on? Carpets and tile and garage floors at our homes, concrete sidewalks and asphalt roads, blacktop parking lots, marble and linoleum walkways at our workplaces, supermarkets and malls. Whatever happened to walking upon grass and the real earth? It has become an endangered activity in America. Think about it. Can you tell me right this very moment what time the sun rises and sets today? Can you tell me the correct phase of the moon? Full, half, crescent, or new? Can you tell me the timetable for tomorrow's ocean tides, high tide, low tide? You might chuckle and say, give me a break, I don't need to know that stuff. I just need to know how to earn money and take care of myself and my family every day. Remember what you said, Brent? We need to know how to live in the world. Well, you're right. We normally don't need to know what's going on with nature every day. But I trust you understand my point. My point is, most people have totally removed themselves from nature. They believe it no longer serves them any life purpose. Does anyone, like me, remember how fun it was playing outside all long day as a child until our mom or dad called or whistled for us to come home? According to the National Wildlife Foundation, our present generation of children has all moved indoors. The average child now spends only 30 minutes each day in unobstructed outdoor playtime and more than 7 hours indoors each day staring at electronic screens, television screens, computer screens, tablet screens, and smartphone screens. This radical shift from outdoors to indoors has profoundly affected the overall health of our children and adults as well. According to the National Wildlife Foundation, by tuning out nature, children and adults are more stressed out and more physically out of shape. Movie film critic tells us that Citizen Kane was the best movie ever made in America. It's a story of a wealthy man named Charles Foster Kane who utters the word rosebud right before he dies. The entire movie is dedicated to finding out what this single word rosebud meant in his life. As the movie approaches the final scene, we still don't know what the answer is. When the film credits are about to appear, we observe workers at Charles Kane's mansion tossing his material possessions into a lit fireplace. Amongst his possessions is a child's snow sled with the word Rosebud printed upon the sled. This scene triggers our memory of the very first scene in the movie when Charles Kane played with the sled during a fresh snowfall in his front yard while his parents watched him from the living room window of their home. We realize that playing in the snow while living with his parents was the only period in Foster Kane's life when he truly felt happy. In a recent study, experts found that people's stress levels rapidly decline within minutes of seeing green spaces. Another study published by the National Academy of Science found that a 90-minute walk through nature can positively affect our brains. 38 people participated in the study. Half the participants walked through a natural park, while the other half walked through an urban city. According to the study, these participants who walked through nature showed lower levels of blood flow to the parts of their brain associated with remuneration. Remuneration is similar to anxiety and worry. It involves our compulsively focused attention upon the symptoms of our distress and its possible causes and consequences, as opposed to its solutions. By simply walking through nature, participants lowered their anxieties and fears. The bottom line, the more nature we expose ourselves to, the less stress we experience. I don't need a study to know that truth. I once lived along Malibu Beach in California. Almost every day while I drove to and from my Beverly Hills office along Pacific Coast Highway, I witnessed people standing along the shoreline next to their parked car, gazing upon the ocean and the horizon. They did absolutely nothing, just stared out there upon the sea. Ever try it? Whether it's the ocean, mountains, desert, or simply a public park or residential backyard filled with green grassy spaces, sit for a few moments and enjoy the wonder of nature. When we are aligned with nature, miracles happen in our lives. More recently, my twin sons and I journeyed down the Colorado River on a 3-hour rafting expedition just below Hoover Dam at Lake Mead, Nevada. For 3 hours, all we observed was the river, mountain walls rising above each side of the river, blue skies, and birds and animal life. It made me realize how seldom we observe nature without any human civilization. Even when we travel to the ocean, mountains, or deserts, we normally see telephone lines, roads, cars, and hotels or other buildings. The National Academy of Science study was exactly correct. Spending 3 hours solely with nature that day with my twins quieted and calmed my thoughts and emotions. Hopefully someday you will join me.